Welcome to English with Leanne. Today I am at Lake Mead National Recreation Area. You can see behind me Lake Mead. It's a very large reservoir that is formed by the Hoover Dam. So if you are in Nevada, you could come and check out Lake Mead National Recreational Area. But today we're going to be using a phrasal verb, to bring up. And to bring up has four definitions that we use regularly and two that you don't see quite as often. The first definition that you will hear a lot with to bring up is to raise a child. That's to have a child from when they are little until they're older. So if I say, I'm bringing up my kids to be good citizens, that's I'm raising my kids to be good citizens. If I say, my parents brought me up in California, I'm saying that they raised me in California. Sometimes you will also hear this in the passive, and you might hear someone say, he was brought up believing that Santa was real. Okay, so that means that they were raised with a certain belief or viewpoint. So often in the passive, you will hear this used more in that second definition. So you could say, he was brought up to believe that everyone went to college. And that's saying that that is what he thought growing up because that's what society told him, his parents told him, and that is what he believed. Our next common definition is to mention in a discussion. So if we're talking and your friend brings up a question about what you're going to do the next weekend, that means that they are introducing this new topic into the conversation. When you were talking with your parents, did you bring up that we're not going to be there for Thanksgiving this year? Okay, so here, did you mention it? Did you start the conversation on that topic? Our fourth common definition of to bring up is when we're using computers, and that is when we put something on the screen. You might ask someone who's helping you with your computer, hey, can you bring up the file on the Anderson account? And you're asking them to open the file and put it on the screen. It could be on a projector or it could be on the computer screen. Now, like I said, we do have two other definitions for to bring up that you should know, but we don't really use them as much. One of them is to stop. And I have only heard this with the expression, he was brought up short, or I was brought up short, and that means that you stopped a little too soon. I can't think of an example myself that sounds natural where I don't use short, but if you know one, feel free to put it in the comments below. And our last, less common definition of to bring up is to vomit, to throw up. I don't hear this one a whole lot. It might be more popular in the UK, but in America, I just don't hear that used a lot. So go ahead and take a look at these 6 definitions of to bring up. And if you make it to Nevada, let me know if you come and check out Lake Mead National Recreational Area. Good luck using the phrasal verb to bring up.